Good evening, everyone. I am DJ Squirrel. Hello. It is Friday, the 7th.
Is it?
Tomorrow I will be a year older. Oh my god, why?
Yay, happy birthday, Squirrel!
Yeah, isn't that scary?
You can age a year in a day.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
I didn't realize your birthday was so close to mine.
Yeah.
So,
What's yours?
also, because we were not here last weekend, for all of our American listeners, happy 4th of July, even though there's not really much to be celebrating in our country.
Not in Equestria.
And happy.
That day is forever now just post-Zy Day. That's what I call it.
Well,
Day after my birthday.
actually, since we're on the topic of holidays, happy post Lyra and Bonbon Day, everyone.
Yep.
Because yes,
also,
that's actually a thing.
also, yes, happy Lesbian Horse Day. Also, happy Canada Day.
Oh, Canada.
Everything just kind of flies
Happy
together.
sunny
all at
day.
once.
Blame Canada! Blame Canada! Oh, sorry.
Right then.
So, all right. We have a lot to do tonight, so
We have
I'm
a
just
really
gonna
great
do
show for you all.
introductions real quick, and then we're gonna do news, and then we'll have a very special guest, which I'm super excited that he is on. If anyone in Lexi's Discord chat and tiarawhy's Discord chat is listening, hello. Let me see how many listeners we got, because I can actually see what listener numbers are again. Yay!
Yeah.
And we have 18 listeners. Okay, cool.
Alright, that's not too bad.
So, introductions. We have, of course, myself. We have Zy.
Hello.
Rarity.
Hi.
We have Cutie. We have Shirley.
Evening.
And Starflame.
Morning.
Who is back from the
She's
dead?
back! I'm back.
Yay! We missed Starry.
Our ratings will surely boost.
And Tenkei.
You.
And Fanny.
Hi.
And Trade.
We need to have Starry do the "I'm back, bitches" from Team 4-Star.
I'm back, bitches. There you go.
Oh.
That's as good as you're ever gonna get.
I'm gonna shut up and let Trade do the news.
Right. First and foremost, to get the sad news out of the way, unfortunately, a sad event has occurred in the realm of pop culture, comic books, and just in general. Unfortunately, the wife of Stan Lee has unfortunately passed away.
Oh my
So
god.
if we could please have a moment of silence as Stan Lee and his daughter go through this rough time. Right.
Yes, that is unfortunate to hear. Died at 93.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Madam Webb, and our thoughts are with Stan Lee and his daughter. But back on to Pony News. Let's see. First and foremost, we got Movie Madness. Apparently, the background song in the trailer has been confirmed to be created by Lucas Graham, which might be featured in the movie. So if you were a fan of Off to See the World by Lucas Graham, well...
If you've heard the song 7 Years on the radio, that's him. So...
Wait, so that was the movie music? That was him?
That was the artist.
Correction.
Yes.
Oh,
it is
wait.
they.
Yeah, but like at the same point, I didn't realize it was them.
In any case, My Little Pony the movie. This is a tweet from Lucas Graham featuring the song Off to See the World by Lucas Graham. Hits cinemas in the UK on October 20th. So if you're in the UK and you're looking forward to the movie and the song, there you go.
Zai.
My Little Pony movie, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the Bionicle movie. Yes,
Bionicle?
it's the Pony movie.
How many hybrid
reference
furry
now.
/ pony characters will be created because of that cat person?
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh,
If,
yeah.
if
But
we had
I
a wave of
definitely
furries
know.
that were created through Zootopia,
Just wait
So-
for it. Film fiction is going to be full of that.
I was watching
I was-
reacts and people were like, "There's cats now." I'm like, apparently. I don't like. He's not even shown in really in the trailer. I'm like, how does this happen? I don't understand. And
We just knew it from looking at the character art stuff that was released. But yeah, when I was a friend of mine who she's okay with ponies, but she hasn't really watched it properly in ages, so she's not really a pony or anything. But she was like, "Oh my god, like I'll come down and watch it with you." She's gonna come down to Southampton, and I convinced my other friend who fell out of ponies to watch it with me, but she was just like, "Fine, but I'm pretending I don't know you."
I was watching an interview on Ellen. So the guy that does I thought he was going to be the main antagonist, but I think it's actually Emily Blunt. But I think it's the main, the male one. Apparently, apparently he's been known to do a lot of dark films. I don't know his actor very well, because apparently his films are...
Oh, Liz Driver? Yeah, dude, he's always the villain.
But he was like, now I can be in a show my kids can watch.
You're
and
still
I'm still the bad guy.
Yep. Next on
but Ellen was like, My Little Pony.
Next on a slightly new segment called Show Stuff, apparently, M.A. Larson discusses role in upcoming episode and the state of pony work in post-Faust era. Apparently, a brony podcaster by the name of Toon Critic Y2K, who I have seen before he started using that name, he interviewed M.A. Larson, and he was asked about the future for writing for the series. There's a YouTube video in the Equestria Daily link, which hopefully is being copied and pasted into the chat. It's pinned in our Discord chat, so it should be easy for us to find. In the meantime, let's move on to a moment in merch. More stuff is appearing on Amazon from Toy Wiz. We got more Equestria Girls stuff, and the 21st Wave from the Blind Bag, which includes, but is not limited to, Moon Dancer, Sassy Saddles, Shitstain McGee, aka that producer pony I don't even know the name of.
Sven Gallop.
Thank you.
Yeah, that guy.
Sven Gallop!
You say Sven Gallop, I say Shitstain McGee.
The sassiest gay pony in all of
I require links for Sven Gallop.
To be honest, when I saw Sven Gallop's design, I thought he was something that Van Gogh had created, and then when I saw it, I was like,
he does look like it, doesn't he?
I wish I had created that. I love his design.
Well, then
he looks like something you would design, so I was just like,
Well, the thing is, I have since drawn him.
Feels natural, don't it?
It does, but I added a little... But I can share it with the chat here, and then the Zai, if you'd like to share it with everybody. And
I just realized I'd forgotten earlier on. I was trying to find my my IRC program because I lost all my pins for my taskbar. And I forgot I was doing that. I was like, that's why I had a blank folder open. I'm in now, so I can share it. Yay!
Anyway, the Equestria Girls minis. These will include Applejack, who apparently is working at what I assume to be... I don't know what this is. Either she's holding a kebab and smoothies, or she's working at an ice cream shop. I don't know.
A kebab and
a kebab?
Yeah, kebab.
For those in IRC who haven't seen it yet, the only thing with Sven Gallop is I added a couple little flyaway curls that aren't in his actual design. That's the only thing I'd change.
He's too neat and tidy for that, but yeah.
And there's a Miss Rarity with a ton of fashion stuff. In fact, you can even stick a feather in her head because reasons.
Huh?
What's wrong with those reasons?
Fashion.
Because fashion.
Oh, hey, Storm.
Fashion.
Oh. Hello, Storm. How are you?
The triangle is complete.
Go and say it. There is no triangle.
Yes.
Shut up.
There is no triangle.
Trying to find out if there was a show today on my phone, and it's literally still telling me I'm connecting. So if there's a message of mine that pops up going, "Hey, is there a show today?" Ignore it.
All right.
I did ask a while ago.
Next, Ponyville Mysteries Books 1 and 2 released. I don't know when exactly they were released, but I'm assuming a couple days ago. Let's see. They are on Amazon. It is called Ponyville Mysteries Schoolhouse of Secrets and The Trail of the Timberwolf. These going by the covers, they feature the Cutie Mark Crusaders and the obligatory 1/6 of the Elements of Harmony. Like Schoolhouse of Secrets has Applejack, and Trail of the Timberwolf has Pinkie Pie, luring what I assume to be It's a trail of candy. They're following a trail of candy for some reason. I don't know if that's the trail of the timber wolf.
Maybe it's like a handsome girl thing.
Ooh, piece of candy.
That's how she lures her victims in before she makes them.
Okay.
I'm just calling it. I'm just calling it now.
Okay. There's more stuff on. The back.
Wait. I'm just calling it now. She's leaving a trail of candy so they can find their way up, but it just like some like timber wolf is just like candy, and then it just follows them.
You are exactly right, because I'm looking at the back covers right now. On the Schoolhouse of Secrets thing, there's this filly, a unicorn filly, who looks like she's going through her punk rock days. Like, she's got the spiked hair, leather jacket. She's got this scowl on her face that is just like
so edgy.
Whatever. And on the back of the trail of the Timberwolf, I guess Pinky's laying a trail for the Timberwolf or to find their way back home, and the Timberwolf is eating the candy.
Right.
So if you want to look, oh my god, what the hell? They also have a page about the author, apparently, and they gave Penumbra Quill a pony OC.
Oh my god!
They are so dedicated to making this.
That's really adorable.
Naomi and Alice, yeah. Was it a different one? She's like a Nightmare Moon thing, but she's a Pegasus sort of thing?
No.
Oh, well then there's another one that I know of with that name.
But yeah, if you're interested in those, go searching for them up on Amazon. Next, Con Crud.
What?
Another con that makes you sick?
No, this is just stuff that happens with cons. EQLA announces Vincent Tong and panelist/staff applications. So
Vincent Tong is
Century is getting some work.
Yeah, the poor guy who's always given the roles everyone hates.
The professional waifu stealer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hasn't he called himself that at a couple of cons?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he can roll with it, so why not?
Yeah, at this point he's rolling with it. So if you're interested in that,
I think I've heard that Vincent actually finds it hilarious that so many of the Brony community get so salty over his character.
And then they don't get salty over the other one.
Over the pedophile camp director.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Anyway, moving on. Project C PonyCon tickets go half price for anniversary sale. It is the anniversary of CCon. So,
if I had the time, I would love to actually go to a pony convention on a cruise ship. That would just be so much fun. But
so on the 9th,
they do that?
Yeah,
we did.
The 9th of July. It's a one-day only. It's a one-day only thing. The tickets are going half price on July 9th. So if you want to get tickets for CPonyCon, that's tickets.cponycon.com.
Why isn't it Shooby-Doo?
Because they didn't do that.
Probably because they would have gotten hit with a C and D, because Shooby-Doo is something they said in G1.
Yeah, I know it, but that's why I said it, because we had for PonyCon at Service Paradise, it was sea ponies.
Oh, and using actual show place names like Canterlot and Las Pegasus isn't like C&D worthy.
Ben Hoover.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, next in Con Crud, we have an adorable Ozzycorn who's going to BronyCon. So
I can't imagine who that would be.
And then you got a fashionista who's not going.
I couldn't resist. I had to put it as soon as I saw the video.
Yes. I am going to BronyCon. It's all being confirmed, so I'm really excited about it.
Are you a guest?
No, I'm just there.
She's just going as an attendee, so
I haven't heard any word from anyone to be on a panel yet.
If you see something burning down in Baltimore,
it's not their fault. I swear.
If you hear, if you hear one of if you hear one of these three things, you'll know the Ozzycorn is nearby. 1, an adorable squeak that causes diabetes. 2, the defiant yell of "I am not adorable." And 3, the catchphrase, her catchphrase, which is "I ship it."
Well, technically,
and honorary mention number 4, her demanding that you call her the Fear.
I am the Fear.
Or if you hear maniacal cackling laughter followed by smoke and smoke.
It'd be so. It wouldn't be good, but it'd be so ironic if like there was actually like a fire somewhere in the con, like it made the news, but like there's a fire, but it was like, oh my god.
Like story.
I will edit myself just walking away, just like cackling. Right.
All right. Moving on to random ragamuffins.
Why did you do that? Because it was in my way.
All right, so bit of an important news thing. Legends of Equestria. If you guys have been playing Legends of Equestria, your account may have been compromised. So yes, please change your password.
I went in to change my password. I couldn't even get into the forum, so I couldn't change it. I kept getting emails saying change your password. I'm like, I can't.
Let's see. Legends of Equestria have apparently been compromised in recent cyber attack. The team working on the game has released a full statement, which is linked in the Equestria Daily article that I'm reading this from. For now, it is highly recommended that you change your passwords for anything associated with the one you use for your game. So basically, if you use your email or a password that you very well know, you gotta change it.
Well, that confirms it.
But you can't go into the forum to change it, though.
God damn it, Sherlock.
What was that?
Well, I mean, it was a cyber attack. All of those are coming from Russia nowadays. Why would Putin order the Russian hackers to hack Legends of Everfree unless he was a brony himself?
Yes, he is.
I'm surprised you wouldn't name it the Chinese. They're just as well as capable.
Yes, but China's trying to block ponies because...
Moving on
from politics, would you kindly?
Oh, look, a shiny butterfly!
First public demo for Daring Do game released.
Ooh.
Alexander Makovsky, and I apologize for butchering that name, has created a Daring Do fan game. And judging by the gifts, it's going to be sort of a side-scroller-esque game where Daring Do encounters all sorts of beasts and enemies.
A bunch of my friends want to make
a little,
together, but it's still in like talking phase.
Like a monkey, a panther, a skeleton dog, a raccoon, sorry, Sai, a fox, and a rat.
Skeleton dog, is that...
Damn those raccoons.
Don't beat me up, please.
Next.
I want to beat you up.
Who here knows Adam Ruins Everything on True TV here in America?
I do.
What?
I'm aware of it.
For those of you who don't know, Adam Conover has created a show on True TV that essentially debunks all of the basically all of the crap that has been shoved in our heads.
First, he was on the College Humor YouTube channel, and then True TV said, "Hey, we like your stuff. Let's give you a show."
Essentially, he breaks down every convention to tell you how it's not what you think. 2, how it actually works. 3, how it's actually kind of stupid. And 4, how some things are actually really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think the one that disturbed me the most was how bad the inbreeding in dog breeds actually is.
As well as how, some very important things like marriage. How it's actually fine to lose the butterfly feeling in your stomach with your significant other, as long as you understand how you can accept that divorce happens without necessarily getting divorced yourself.
Butterflies.
Anyway, I saw the title of this article and I had to put it in the show tonight. Adam Conover of Adam Ruins Everything can't ruin bronies. Now, I'm going to read the article here as well as the thing that they linked in the article. Our fandom seems to pop up in the most unlikely places at times. In a recent interview with Adam Conover from the show Adam Ruins Everything, he was answering questions from fans, and one of them asked if he could ruin the My Little Pony community fan base, the bronies.
We've already ruined everything.
He said he didn't think he could do so for the reasons that I'm sure would make you smile. Now, here's his response. First, the question. Hey, Adam, I like watching you ruin stuff. This would be a weird challenge, but I would almost feel honored if you pulled it off. Do you think you could ruin the My Little Pony community fan base, the bronies? Adam's response. I don't think I could. I think I like the bronies too much. I think bronies are great. Nothing makes me happier than when Fluttershy, someone with a magical pony avatar, shows up in my Twitter feed and asks a question about the show. It always brings a smile to my face. I think that friendship is magic, and I think it's wonderful that we have a community of adults who want to spread that message around the world. Even I could not ruin something so lovely as the bronies.
Aww.
So you hear that, everybody? We can't be ruined!
That's my sentiment exactly. I'm glad someone agrees.
Finished.
Except by ourselves.
Yeah, we're
more than capable of doing the job ourselves.
Well, it's more like all the bad parts of the fandom that we're constantly trying to reprimand.
The thing is that with the fandom, there's always going to be a bad part and there's always going to be a good part.
Exactly, yes.
Exactly. Which is why, again, which is probably another reason why he couldn't quote unquote ruin us, because really when you take out the factor that every fandom has a shit corner, the brony fandom is actually a really nice.
And it's pretty small.
Also, he'd probably scare up a lot of his fans if he tarnished something that a lot of people.
Yeah,
kinda.
Like,
I know that would happen to
it would be
me.
shooting yourself in the foot, because there are a lot of people out there that are also closet bronies and could bring self-doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit. And
it could be more harm than good.
Right here at the bottom of the list, I got a little animation from the W brothers.
Mm-hmm.
It's my tiny
lordy,
pony.
the W brother.
Yep.
Oh, that, yes. My Tiny Pony.
World's smallest Twilight. So if you want your daily dose of adorable that doesn't come from Starry Hiccuping, go click that.
Actually, yeah, I've actually seen this video. It is cuter than Starry. I hate to say it.
That's good, because I'm not cute.
Blasphemy!
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. If they replaced that Twilight with a tiny Starry and had her try and burn stuff, then yeah, everyone would die.
Someone do that. Someone do that, please.
I hate you all.
I can't animate. Well, I'm trying to
We
learn.
love you too, Starry.
We'll just draw it.
So, quick question. Do we have anything else?
That is the end of the news.
Okay.
Well, the end of the news for
Well, yes.
news.
10 has something.
Well, our news is, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally completed the
mission.
Oh,
please provide us
the
link. So as it goes with it, and now as is required with your daily dose of Treetime, you also come with the daily dose of us plugging our Teespring account. And today we are plugging the newly unveiled I'm Too Sleepy for Your Bullshit Starry mug.
Yay!
Now you too can be too sleepy for someone else's bullshit.
Yes. So
and it can have me judging them.
This is for the anti-morning brony in all of us. Think Starry is cute?
Ugh.
Think she's even cuter when she's pissed and deprived of coffee? Now you can join her in threatening violence on others in all her adorable Aussie cornness.
I don't like coffee.
So this mug is all for you guys.
That is the best mug ever, right next to the one I got from Fanny.
And it is double-sided, so that's why it's at $14.99. But yes, go forth and buy our mugs and our t-shirts.
For those of you who aren't in the chat, you can get to our Teespring account at Teespring, that is T-E-E Spring, SPRING.com, and just search for Treetime, and it will all be there.
And
Along
apparently...
with a few other things. But But this is the last week you can get our current selection of Starry is Too Sleepy for Your Bullshit. My fucking sandwich!
Yep. Some of these are going to be staples, and others are going to be rotated, which we're probably going to discuss rotation pictures out here at the end of the show. But the other thing with this, guys, is that you can give us requests of things you'd like to see in the merchandise, thing you guys would be willing to buy. So, yeah, let us know, and
do you want
get
to
out
see
buying our stuff.
Yeah, do you want to see Rarity? Do you want to see Rarity dunking Sweetie Belle in the rum?
Please.
Did someone draw that?
That was the plan.
Someone drawn it?
Do you want?
I don't think so.
Do you want to see Trey declaring himself the worst pony ever? After winning Cards Against Humanity.
Or more importantly, do you want to see us at your local pony convention? In which case, buy the products, and the money from those proceeds will go directly towards bringing Treetime to a pony convention near you.
Yeah. And apparently I messed up. There's 3 more articles. I'll go through them real quick. Apparently the word ponyfy has been added to open source Merriam-Webster dictionary. I shit you not. Ponyfy.
That is so cool. We got ponyfied before anyone got furrified or persona'd or whatever they use.
Speaking of pony words and the word ponyfy especially, I really miss, there was this extension, this Google Chrome extension I used to have called Ponyfy, and it would basically just replace words on web pages with pony versions, and you can like customize the dictionary and everything to like add your own ones in, and it was so much fun. And I tried to put it in just before season 7 started because I was so hyped, but then unfortunately Google Chrome's changed its stuff, so like you have to get apps from the store or whatever, and it isn't on there, and it's like you just can't install it anymore, and it's just I was so disappointed about it because I wanted to change all the words to pony words.
Anyway, ponyfy, verb, to bestow the harmonious qualities relating to the magic of friendship such as loyalty, generosity, kindness, laughter, and honesty, as featured in Hasbro's animated show, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, upon a person, creature, fictional figure, or inanimate object by converting it into the likeness of an animated My Little Pony character.
Which is what I do a lot.
I actually have a feeling that some of the ponyfied versions of some people we've created might take exception to that. Yeah, right. Sherlock probably wouldn't be one to spout about how he's all about the magic of friendship.
Oh God, no. Although there is one ponyfied character who I'm proud to say I've drawn her already.
Wait, what? Do tell.
Next.
If you can't, yes, if you can't, share it with the IRC chat if you will, please. But I have ponyfied many characters, including Marvel's Agent Carter. Ooh. And I mean Peggy Carter, not freaking Sharon Carter.
Anyway, next, MLP movie trailer hits at least 2.5+ million cumulative views in little more than a week.
Wow.
That's to be expected.
I have a feeling the movie is actually going to break the box office.
Yes. Probably. And finally, Hasbro pushing the pony is for both genders idea with new YouTube series. Apparently, it's a new pony chat series that has started up revolving around kids reacting to episodes of My Little Pony. They currently have the season 7 episode, Not Asking for Trouble, and the thumbnail is a boy with what appears to be a rarity toy and a girl with a Pinkie Pie toy, both wearing Viking helmets.
So, before the next thumbnail is them being sued by React World.
What? Very
that
funny.
really dumb React thing.
They've rescinded that, thankfully.
Yeah.
Good.
And now, Squirrel, now I'm officially done. I apologize for that.
So they've made a pony version of The Talking Dead.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Let's hope that
for kids.
I have a feeling the reaction is going to be much better than like what the Fine Brothers did with the teens react to My Little Pony.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
All right, so we're going to be right back after this quick music break, and we'll have our interview. Haven't had one of those in a while.
No.
You're listening to Treetime on Celestia Radio, all pony all the time, except when it's adorable Aussie corns coming back from the dead.
Not adorable.
But you are
dead. Were you dead?
The fear. Okay, yeah.
Alrighty, hello everyone, we're back. Yay for botched introductions.
For context, Squirrel was trying to introduce us, and he had 10 seconds to do so. So we got
I realized I have way too many people on this show.
This is Zai, QD, Rarity, and the rest.
Yeah. Here in Squirrel's treehouse.
Yes.
It's all
Congratulations, you're all Marianne.
And then we can I'm the professor at least, thank you.
Can never escape.
I'm the professor, thank you very much.
Okay.
We have the whole series of that.
So, we have with us the wonderful animator and Flash game maker, tiarawhy, with us.
Uh-huh.
Who is very enthusiastic to be on this show, as you can no doubt tell.
Tiara, is this your first interview?
I think second.
Really?
Maybe?
So he's not used to doing interviews.
No.
Yeah, I don't really
I think he's one of the biggest names we've had on this show since probably Rev. I can't think of anyone else other than Lex.
Speaking of names and asking questions, I have the first question here. Why the name? Why tiarawhy?
I used to run a Tumblr called Tiara Lost. It was about Diamond Tiara, like lost in some structure thing. And then one day I decided to make some joke pornography. And a friend of mine was like, tiara, comma, y, and a lot of exclamation points. And then it sounded really funny to me, so I just kind of used that.
Just roll with it.
Yeah, just roll with it.
It's a running joke that's stuck. All right.
Yep.
Next.
Alrighty. Well, I guess my next question then. Since you used Flash animation back when you first started, and you've switched over to Toon Boom, working on your animations now, is Toon Boom any harder or is it easier than Flash?
It's a lot harder to learn, but it's a lot more usable once you learn it.
So it's kind of like the Source Filmmaker engine.
I guess kind of like it's a lot more complex than Source Filmmaker in that regard. But once you actually start animating, it's pretty straightforward. And it has a lot of things faster.
Yes, in
I do not like Flash myself.
In his other chat, he's been posting links to as he works. He's been showing us just his workflow and the massive amounts of nodes that he has to do for all the different points of rigging and everything is just mind-bogglingly huge.
Yeah, like this is a Fluttershy's control rig. I posted a picture in the chat.
Yes, those are things.
Many things.
That's a lot of information. This is just her
control
rig, huh?
Right.
I like how it all kind of links together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I feel like I need to pull a David Tennant and get the brainy specs out. But anyway, I've actually got a question. Besides My Little Pony and all that stuff, what other fandoms and animations have you done? Like, I see you've done things for Undertale and Rick and Morty. What other stuff are you interested in?
I've done what you named and some Call of Duty thing, but like fandom wise, it's still been primarily like pony stuff and some Rick and Morty stuff. But like the Rick and Morty stuff is something that I'm focusing on because like I want to do my own kind of series with it.
Ooh.
So that's something I'm working on. And I also got a job offer to work on Rick and Morty, but I just can't take it right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty prestigious though.
Yeah, it was really amazing. Like I was surprised by it.
I guess they saw that animation of that ad lib.
It was Justin Roiland directly who contacted me.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, and he offered me a job, and I'm like, oh my god, I'd be there yesterday, but like I need a visa and I can't get one right.
Need to sort things out first.
This is so painful. I have a question, I guess.
Go on.
So which was your favorite animation out of everything you've ever done that you've had the most fun working on that holds like a special place in your heart?
That's a good question. I haven't really thought about that.
It's okay, you don't have to think too.
I'd say maybe the Rick and Morty thing. That's been like my proudest work thus far. But it was just because like until I did that for about 2 years, I didn't really put out any content because I was trying to like relearn animation and art and everything. So it was a lot of like work in that sense before I put out something that I was proud of.
So
Yep.
Oh, my apologies. Go on.
But I was gonna say like Friendship was Magic was kind of fun. I mean, it was a quick thing since I did it in a couple of days. Like a lot of my old stuff is just stuff I threw together really quickly and got a lot of views, surprisingly. But yeah.
Was that the one where she was thrown out the window?
Yeah. It was like I was rewatching Bebop, and I felt like, ponyfying that scene, and then like I get a lot of comments on it from kids saying that like they saw that scene as like a kid and like it changed them or something, and then like they went back to it years later. And like I never really intended that. I was just kind of screwing.
I remember seeing that scene. I was like, I was so confused because I didn't know which show it was from. But yeah, it was very well done, I think.
So, as a follow-up to Starry's question, on the opposite end of the spectrum, what would you say is like the animation that you had the most difficult time with, if you have any?
I'm trying to. I don't think I've really had any like really difficult problems with animation that I can think of. Like there were some games like Buttons Mom Thing, which were just a pain in the ass because of the code stuff. But my frustrations haven't been with animation. It's just code stuff that I kept trying to do, and Flash just not working how I wanted it to. So I had to keep restarting over and over to get that to work. And then I dumped Flash entirely.
Gotcha. Cutie?
I know that I was introduced to you as being kind of the music person, but I'm also a film school grad. So the question I have is, why animation? What about the medium drew you to it?
Like, I grew up with the Newgrounds era, and I always like really enjoyed those animations there and like what creative stuff people put out. I just like cartoons in general. So I decided to try doing something for Halloween with My Little Pony. Like this is when cupcakes was a big thing, like story-wise. So like,
God,
those were the days.
I was in my second year undergrad, I think. Second year, yeah. And I just needed to like do something, and I was like, I always wanted to try to do a cartoon, and I was like, all right, I'm going to try to do this. So I downloaded a copy of Flash and like from the school website, and like I just tried doing stuff. Like I had no idea what I was doing. Like I've never taken an art class.
Start somewhere.
Yeah.
So mine kind of follows up well from that. I was going to ask, as an artist, I know you never stop growing, but how long do you think it took you to really like establish to the level you think you are at now, and how did you sort of get there?
It's been really the last 2 years. Like up till then, I was just kind of like trying whatever, like just opening the program and trying whatever, and not really thinking about it. But then like 2 years ago, I decided I was gonna like read the Animator Survival Guide and basic Loomis drawing skills, and just kind of go back and start from scratch, because like I wasn't happy how like amateurish everything looked.
Right.
So that's what I was doing. So, and still doing, still practicing. Like I'm practicing right now, actually.
Multitasking.
Yep.
Rarity.
Well, this is more along the lines of going a little further back, but what got you into ponies in the first place?
Oh, somebody was spamming it on 4chan on B.
4chan.
Yeah, and I decided I'd be like, all right, like there's so much shit posting going on about this thing, like I'm gonna go see what it is. So I tried watching the first episode, then like I couldn't get through it, and I dropped it, and then it came up like a couple months later, and then I tried it again, and I got into it.
I feel your pain.
That's a very common story for a lot of people. It's like, well, these people were just throwing shit on 4chan. I said I'd check it out, and before I knew it, I finished the first season.
That's something I hear a lot.
Yeah, for me personally, it was just I hear about it, and I'm just like, no, I'm not interested. And then everybody on YouTube is just like, look at the ponies, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, for most people, it's the same sort of story. I find it's funny how I'm like the only one I know of who's just like, my friend's like, here, look, this picture of this cute series. Like, that is cute, and that was it. That's how I got into it.
I had 2 of them when I was a kid, but even me, I was like, oh, that's for kids. Why would you watch that? That's stupid. And then I was watching, like, okay, they've done the Pinky thing. I'm a sucker for the whole, is she singing really? Why?
And now look at her. She's the princess of the Principality of Equestria.
Tiarawhy, did you ever watch the anthologies?
Yeah,
because that's actually what got me started into the series.
Yeah,
and
I like
you're
those.
in it.
I know, right?
Yeah. No, those are great. I really like those. There was a lot of fun stuff in them.
Okay, so who's next?
Yes, who else has a question? Does anyone in the chat have any questions for
Yes,
TRY?
indeed.
That's a good point.
Those of you in the chat need any questions, I've posted.
Is there anyone?
And for those listening who don't know what this mythical chat is we keep mentioning, head on over to celestialradio.com and there's a big button that says IRC chat. Just hit that and you can send us a message.
Yes.
So basically, you've switched over from Flash to, I believe, Unity to do your coding?
Yeah, I have a guy who's like a dedicated coder who's handling the entire aspect of that. Like, he works professionally, like, as a coder, so that I don't have to, like, bang my head against the wall trying to get something to work in that regard.
Oh,
That's nice.
I totally feel you. I tried several semesters in coding classes and doing Java and C++ and all that stuff, and yeah, there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Well, my last question anyway, since you will be releasing a pony game sometime in the future, quote unquote soon TM, as Blizzard does, is it all going to be waifu smashing, or will there be a safe for work wrap too?
It's all gonna be waifu smashing.
Waifu smashing.
Oh my god.
Yep. With mini games and stuff.
God. Let me smash.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean the thing with the game is, like, for years people have wanted like a dating sim / visual novel kind of game, but it's like all the attempts at it kind of fell apart, and everybody, like, just nothing ever came of it. Like MLP, unfortunately, has like tried it so many times, and like
Have you not seen the pigeon dating game?
yeah, like that thing is great. But no, this is more like Summertime Saga. If somebody's played that, like, that's the kind of blueprint sort of idea we have with it.
Yay, a
Wait,
dating
that's
sim
smashing.
where you get to pick one of the main 6. Or is it going to be like
and
a harem
visual
anime?
novel.
Oh, sorry,
no.
pigeon
No,
wants
no, no,
to
no, no.
laugh every time.
Or is it going to be like a harem anime where you have to, like, deal with all 6 of them and then pick one?
School days.
It's gonna be kind of like
Oh
both.
no, not school days.
Let's not think
Starry,
Please, no.
Starry, no, no, Starry,
You're gonna
no.
die!
We skirt the line of decency plenty, but please no.
Let's not go into the realm of murder.
Yeah, let's not talk about decapitate. Let's not talk about holding your decapitated boyfriend's head on a sailboat.
Wow, okay.
Well, spoilers.
Specific.
Dick.
I don't
Very
care. I
specific.
don't care if I spoiled it. It's a horrible anime. It's
Oh my
terrifying.
god, you are
But
all
they had a nice
weeaboos.
boat, though.
And what are you, Squirrel?
With all due respect,
Not a
I'm the biggest
weeaboo.
weeaboo of all. What's your point?
Yeah, I mean, 10's got all of you beat.
That actually leads into a very impromptu question. Tiara, are you one of the weeaboos?
I used to like scanlate manga for a while. Like,
That sounds like being more of a weeaboo than me at the moment.
yeah.
Grew out
Like
of it.
like Kurosawa and Kaiji stuff. I used to help out on that, and I used to clean scans and stuff.
That is tedious work, my friend.
Yeah, but I haven't really done much since like I did watch One Punch Man and Mob Psycho, which are both great. And I used to like Berserk a lot, but after like 10 years of them being on the boat, I kind of just gave up on that.
It's a
Oh my God.
lot of. I actually found a.
Oh god.
I think it's an old or semi-recent show. It's called Defrag. It's alright so far.
Oh, I saw the manga of that in the store. I really wanted to buy it. It looked cute.
It's alright so far. Anyway, anyone else? Anyone in the chat?
I don't think anyone's in the chat, to be honest.
Do you have a question, Story?
You
I
say
think she
Stereo
does.
Stormy.
Both of you.
Said you.
I don't know.
Okay, then I have a question, Tara. Are there any current projects you're working on or future projects that you'd like to work on?
Well, this pony sim thing is going to be my primary project for a long time.
Ooh.
Is that a commission-wise, or is that a hobby, something you want to do that you started?
It's something I want to do, because a lot of the stuff that I've done was stuff that I kept waiting for somebody else to make it, and then it never got made, so I made it myself basically. A lot of the stuff I do is that.
The George Lucas and Steven Spielberg mentality. Just don't go down the same route they do.
Yeah. So
it's an odd way of putting it, but okay.
Hey, it works, right?
Okay.
Well, I think that might be it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's it, Tiara, do you want to plug your Patreon and YouTube and all that stuff, or?
Just about that.
I mean, not really particularly. I was gonna wait until I have a first alpha release of something, then I can plug that. But right now, it's just people who've known me for a while who are there, which is cool.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't mind plugging him. For those of you who haven't followed him yet on YouTube, tiarawhy, he's done things like the Rick and Morty special, and most recently, Let Me Smash with Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, it's the meme where birds, sticks, smashing. And
go subscribe and support him on his Patreon.
Because YouTube has been a bag of dicks recently.
Oh yeah, YouTube is so dead right now. It's so sad.
Right
what
now,
are they even doing?
It is a bloated corpse in the water, and we're floating on in the stream right now.
Everyone just needs to
You
go
are
to the
very detailed you are very detailed and gruesome today, Trey.
Seriously, Trey.
It's what I do.
You need help.
Don't we all? We're all mad here.
I am fine, thank you very much.
I think I'm doing a little under the weather. I don't think I'm mad, so to speak.
I must disagree with you there, Zara.
I am weird, not mad. Thank you.
We're all varying degrees of madness. If anything, Tiara is the most sane of us because he doesn't stay on the show.
Well,
I got a point.
Is that what you're saying?
We'll see if he decides to pop out or not when we're done. And actually, if everyone's all finished, then we'll just go to another quick music break, and we'll be back for an episode discussion for Movie Magic, and Shirley's got an anime review.
Oh wait, you wanted to show a thing, didn't you?
Well, I wanted to show a little, not a radio play, but just a little FemFif greeting.
Uh-huh.
But that's 20 minutes long, and
we could save it for
I suppose
tomorrow.
we could do it at the end.
yeah, we could save it for tomorrow. I'll just have to give it to Zai.
I don't think Zai would mind.
Yeah, so, we will be right back, everyone. You're listening to Treetime.
On Celestia Radio, all pony all the time, except when it's animators in need of money, because YouTube is a big old bag of dicks.
And we're back. I'm hoping everyone enjoyed that interview.
And that last song, which was by Aurelia, who I know is a friend of mine.
Actually went semi-decently well.
Yes, anyway. So, we have, since we skipped last week, we have a new Equestria Girls episode in the 3-part anthology that is basically Movie 5. So, Fanny, Trey, you all can leave now.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it was Movie Magic this time around?
Yep, first was Dance Magic, now we have Movie Magic, and I don't know, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Very, very Scooby-Doo-esque.
Oh, it wore the Scooby-Doo reference on its sleeve.
Yes.
It was unashamed. It was unashamed about it.
I am surprised they didn't do, and I would have gotten away with it too. Blah blah blah. Blah, blah.
I was wanting that.
I was just like, she gonna do it. She gonna do it.
I was saying, please say it. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids and your dog.
She's a meddling kid too.
Well, they had a dog. Speaking of kids and the dog, who else just lost it when they got dressed up as the human versions of the Power Ponies and Spike dressed up as Humdrum?
I didn't lose it. I just kind of was like, really?
It was a bit bemused, yeah.
I was actually more amused about Sunset being Maniac.
I know, I love that.
that part got to me, I will admit.
Although I do have to say, it was kind of bold of DHX to actually do that, because those girls in skin-tight Hera outfits, very, very form-fitting. Like, wow, that's pretty bold of you guys to try and get away with that, but okay.
Although I do like that they have their little geodes that they can activate and deactivate their powers now. That actually is really kind of neat.
Yes. So we do have more of an explanation to the powers of the main six, of the human main six now. They don't just when they're wearing their geodes, they don't just inherently have the power. They have to actually activate them.
Okay, I'm back.
Dash isn't accidentally just tearing off, if she isn't accidentally just tearing off somewhere.
Although that is something.
I just came back and heard that Dash is an accident.
Well, she's certainly a winged one.
Although I will say this, Dash, who has super speed, can't catch up to find the thief a little faster.
Well, Dash doesn't know where the hell she's going, and she's kind of like, she reminds me a bit of Kid Flash in the fact that if she gets going too fast and she doesn't have enough room to stop, she's going to slam into a door, which she does often.
Although, I don't know, her getting trapped in the closet and then Twilight basically Doctor Whoing the lock open.
Yeah, that was beautiful. She's like, I got this. Holds her hand against the lock and then just undoes the lock. I'm like, wow, that's a useful tool right there. That's a useful skill right there, Twi.
Now she can go into anywhere.
Yep, now there's no door that can keep Twilight out.
And there's no closet that can keep Dash in.
Yes, Dash is stuck in the closet.
Dash, get out of the closet! Was it come out of the
Dad! Closet? Rainbow Dash won't come out of the closet!
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, poor Dashy.
We treat her like shit.
Well, yeah, but doesn't she treat you all like shit?
Yes, she does. Why do you think we treat her more like shit? When she impersonated us, we made sure she didn't forget it.
I did actually, I did like the idea of this being on a movie set. It was kind of obvious. The mystery was kind of obvious. I was just like, they're trying to throw this red herring at us, but it's for kids, so I'm not going to fault them too much. It was a better mystery than
better love story than
that
Twilight.
Than Mystery on the Friendship Express.
That was terrible.
Yeah, Twilight pretending to be Sherlock. That's just hilarious. I don't wear that hat.
You sure?
Once. I was trying to avoid the cameras.
Sure you were.
Anyway.
I found it really interesting that they were adapting crap, what was it? We read the damn thing. I mean,
Daring Do.
Not just Daring Do, but it was, I can't remember the title of the thing. I don't want to get up to go to my library and
something about the something of Maripor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually interesting that they were adapting that particular book into a movie. Although now I have to ask, since the AK Yearling is there in that world, and she's a reclusive author that's hard to get a hold of, I'm like, is she actually going out on these adventures?
Maybe.
Like in the show?
Maybe.
I was kind of disappointed we didn't get to see AK Yearling. That would have just made my freaking day for the series, for that episode. But whatever.
And they also laid the indie references on pretty thick.
Oh yeah, the Indiana Jones references are just all over the place.
So you've got Steven Spielberg as the director,
which was honestly funny because that was just a joke that a lot of bronies made at the end of Legend of Everfree when you saw him in the background at the end of the movie. They're like, "Oh, look, it's Steven Spielberg," and then he ends up being a director. I'm like, "Holy shit!" We called that one.
Yeah, you've got that. You've got Willie's dress from
Willie's dress from
Temple of Doom. I have to admit that I had Cole Porter going through my mind as soon as I saw that.
And then there was also
the Ark.
Yeah,
apparently, Equestria Girls takes place not too far from Area 51. Because where else are they going to get the prop for that?
And let's see. And the marketplace fight.
Yes.
In the Arab marketplace. Granted, little bit of trivia for you guys. Originally, that marketplace fight, Indy was supposed to have a fight with that swordsman using his whip, but he and half the rest of the cast and crew got sick, so he said, "Fuck it, I'm just going to shoot the guy."
Not just sick. We're talking like amoebic dysentery or food
it was
poisoning.
really bad.
There was a scene cut from the movie where Salah is about to be executed by the Nazis, for fucking around with the Well of Souls. But at the end of the take, John Rhys Davies admitted that he just emptied his bowels.
Like, I had no control. I just filled my costume. I said, "That's it. I'm not doing this."
Yeah.
Poor people. Anyway, but get back to the movie.
Not fun.
I did not know how many of tiarawhy's videos I'd actually seen.
Surprise!
Because I'm sitting there the whole time going, I have no idea who this is.
So as far as this movie is concerned, I did like the overacting was hilarious. Although I have to say, Dash got away with so much shit in that. I mean, like, how many times did she interrupt the takes and the takes?
Some directors have a zero tolerance policy regarding that. Others may have like a 3 strikes you're out. How many takes has Dash ruined?
I'm surprised they don't have her escorted out.
Although I do find it funny that they were willing to listen to her because she's like, "What? I'm a Daring Do fan. You don't want the Daring Do fans to like get pissed at you for doing the wrong thing." It's like, fine. Very tolerant, that man. Especially considering what happened at the end. Well, it's been a week. We can spoil it, unless there's somebody in here who hasn't seen it. Zai?
He's gone because he's got nothing to contribute.
He's near the channel.
Okay, so basically, considering that he forgave his daughter, I mean, he did kick her out. Not daughter, niece, but he did kick her out. But, like, he's like, "Well, I forgive you, but you can't work here anymore. Get the fuck out." And when it comes to, like, in all honesty, when it comes to people complaining about petty bullshit that the villains do their shit over, like, people complain that Starlight's excuse was a petty reason, that Sunset's excuse was a petty reason. I'm like, I don't know. I think this new girl's excuse to like do all the shit, the skullduggery she did, was kind of a pathetic excuse. I'm such a fan of Daring Do that I want to play her in the movie. I'm like, what? You're 16! No one would hire you.
On top of that, Daring Do,
you don't even look the part.
What was that, Tim?
I said, on top of that, Daring Do isn't a child.
Yeah, no, not at all. Although I did like who they got to play Daring Do. I liked the actress. She was kind of cool. Loved how she had that haughty, stuck-up attitude the entire time, but it's more just because she was pissed off at her agent.
Isn't that how they always are?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Although I was just kind of waiting for a Christian Bale actor standing there to start freaking out at one of the set guys.
Yeah, that was a thing. Remember that.
What was that on the set of? Was that The Dark Knight Rises?
Yes. No, it was no. It was Terminator Salvation.
That's right. He just lost his shit over one of the sound guys getting in the shop by accident.
Can I say something? I had the good gods of the Yowie smile down on me today.
What?
So Yowies are these cool, like, kind of like Kinder eggs. You get little toys in them, except Yowies have little animals, right? I got one the other day, and the first one I opened had an owl in it, and owls are like my favorite animal. And I opened a second one today, and it's got penguins, and penguins are also my favorite animals.
Stormy's
and I had to tell someone.
This just in, Stormy is a freaking dork.
The problem is that these things are called Yowie.
Yeah.
I assume it's
Australian.
Yowie.
Yes.
The problem is that in Japanese and
Yaoi.
Koreaboos, yes, it's an acronym for something else. When a fantasy
No,
subject's
you made
actually,
it wrong.
Wait, it's an acronym?
Yeah, I've never heard that.
it is more of a condensed word, but yes, it is technically a acronym or condensed word for, well, boy on boy love.
I was gonna say, dude, you're doing it.
Wow, I never knew that.
Well, it's like tsundere is a short word.
Oh yeah, it's a combination of the words sun and dere, or rather from dere dere, which means to obsess about something. So
like, is Yuri also a compressed word?
Yuri's a bit more direct.
Huh. Wow, Japan, you never cease to make me go, what the fuck?
Well, you know that cosplay is technically a condensed word from costume play. So
Yeah, but that's an obvious English thing. But
that's
you know,
the kind of thing they do with their language a lot. Yeah, a lot of the words in general are like that.
very odd. Anyway, but back to the movie or the episode. I enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, it was kind of it's Equestria Girls. You can only expect so much, but it was an enjoyable romp through. It was an enjoyable little mystery, and it had like some fun moments. Although I will say, Pinkie Pie, don't eat the freaking set pieces. I don't care if they're made of real pudding.
Yeah, I saw that and was just like, oh, no.
Like, God, how long has it been sitting there? Pudding does not do too well when it's just out in the open at room temp.
No, gross.
Yeah.
Trying to make us sick.
Anyway.
No, Pinkie is.
And quite frankly, I'm surprised that chocolate pudding photographs well.
Yeah, you'd think they would use something else.
Like gelatinous oatmeal or with chocolate syrup in it, you know?
Yeah, something like that. But whatever. This is Pinkie Pie's favorite movie or something. Yeah, I think it was supposed to be a play off the title Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah, it was.
Which is such a weird movie.
It was a weird children's book. I should know. I think
read it?
like my 5th grade teacher read it in class or something like that.
But yeah, as far as like bad points about it, I was like, I can't really think of anything too bad that's not necessarily just saying that, oh, well, it's Equestria Girls, it's only going to be so good. But, you know, I thought it was all right. I thought, like, the way Twilight just all of a sudden came to the conclusion about the mystery, I'm like, wow, Twi, you made a lot of assumptions. At least Rarity, like, actually put some effort into investigating and found some clues. All you had to go on was that what's her name knew the area and had keys to every door. I'm like, well, so do half of the staff there.
Yeah. It's not just one person running props. There are like 5 PAs per department. And
that's a really small set of keys to have access to pretty much the entirety of the sounds of the studio. I'm like, really? You can access every single room in the studio with that small key ring? But other than that, I didn't really care too much. I mean, I love the Scooby-Doo shout-outs. I love the Indiana Jones shout-outs. I thought the mystery was decent enough. I loved the characters. Like, the girls, again, are just hilarious in their elements. Especially Pinkie and Spike trying to find that cupcake fountain. Which we didn't get to see.
I know! Because I'm going, how does that work?
How do you? It's like, are there just like a bunch of cupcakes without icing all around it, and like the fountain is the icing, and you just dip the cupcake in there? Is that how that works? But no, we won't get to know because they didn't see fit to animate it.
And what kind of I can't remember. Was it part of a rider that there was a cupcake fountain, or is that part of the studio?
I think they said it was part of the studio because the guy who founded it, they said he was like an eccentric sweet tooth nut job or something. But yeah, I thought everybody's like attitude was, everyone was fun to watch, and of course, like the girls dressing up as the human power ponies. I was just like, oh, that's so awesome. Especially Sunset as the maniac. That was just
my question. Why say the power ponies? It makes
no
sense.
I'm just like, give it a different name. The Power Pals? I don't know.
The Power Pack?
The Power Pack. That could have worked even better. Just
isn't Power Pack copyrighted though?
Details.
But still, like, I just kind of feel like, you know, I think they did that because, like, one, they couldn't think of anything better, and two, they were worried that their younger audience wouldn't realize.
If they were worried about copyright, they could have been Power Pones. Just take out the E's. Power Pones.
PWNS.
Yeah.
That was always fun. Although, getting back to the Power Ponies, I did love the fact that in the comic with the Power Ponies, Zap is basically Thor, even has the accent. So, but I will say, very bold of DHX to put those girls in those outfits.
Well,
I really don't think so.
Or under boob involved, so.
Yeah, these are still fully covering outfits. It's not like they're deliberately showing nips or camel toes or anything on this. This is a full outfit. Just because someone's dressed in latex doesn't mean it's going to be deliberately sexual. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, everyone is that smart.
I'm thinking the worst. I'm thinking the worst to happen because of like the moms of some of the kids of this fandom of what they've done in the past about, oh, this was overly sexual, or oh, that was overly mean, or oh, that was insulting.
The thing with that is that those people who do the reactions, a lot of the time they're not the people you think they are. Like the whole thing with the group saying, oh, Derpy being who she is, that's offensive. That wasn't actually a group of moms. That was a pre-screening group who are going, are you sure that moms aren't going to find this offensive? And then it got mistranslated along the way on who actually complained about it.
Oh.
So it's never going to be what you think.
Yeah, fair point. Well, I think I'm done discussing that episode. Can't wait to see for tomorrow with
Mirror Magic.
And this is the big one. This is where Starlight comes and visits the human world with Sunny.
Yes. Glim Glam and Shim Sham finally meet.
Kind of wondering. And again, I've seen the pictures of Glimmy's like human outfit. I'm like, it's okay. It's just not really what I expect Starlight to wear. I don't really see her being.
I don't get the slash jean front.
Well, I think that's supposed to be the equal cutie mark. I don't know why it's there though. Because her jeans are like black or dark gray, and they've got the slashes in them to look like equal signs. I don't know why they did that though. Although the thing though that's getting me is, why did they give her a wool beanie to wear in the summer? Don't make her one of those assholes.
I don't know, man. It would be like totes awesome.
But isn't she an asshole anyways?
Well, yeah, she is, but she's also like, she's less of an asshole than Dash.
She's also more of an academic. It doesn't make sense for her to be dressed up basically like a troublemaker, as it were.
Yeah, she looks kind of like a punk, like a school punk. So it's not really. I mean, that look kind of fits Sunny more than it does Starlight.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Although I have seen some screen caps of like Sunset in the pony world, and they have thrown the eyeliner on her a lot. She looks like she's like wearing more eyeliner than even Rarity would find appropriate.
Whoa, she just got out of the Hot Topic.
Yeah, she was hanging out with Aria Blaze looking for some nude leather jackets.
Jesus.
Well, shall we move on?
Yeah, I think we've flogged that particular deceased equine, so
bring everyone back in.
Yay! My Zai will return.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you?
No, sorry.
Stormy was so tired. She's like, "Oh, this is so boring."
No,
Good job. You managed to bore somebody.
Story.
I'm
Story
tired.
and Stormy. Story. I'm fucking tired.
It's a thing.
You see, Fanny did it too.
Okay, wait.
It's their fusion name.
That's your ship name. Story.
Yay!
Starmie, the Pokemon.
Starmie.
Oh my god, yeah.
All she just says is story.
All right, so you guys are done and you had fun, okay?
Well, relatively. It was kind of quiet, but we did bring up some good points. We talked about stuff we didn't like, stuff we did like, the fun little cameos that were made, and the homages, blah, 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 blah.
All right. And
So-
we're on music break, right?
Are we?
Nope.
We got
Talk
like
about your anime.
half an hour left.
Talk about your anime there, is that?
Okay, so...
Sure. Who the fuck? Sure.
Alright, so,
Sorry, listeners, we are all fucking tired.
so those of you who have been kept in the know and are aware, there's been an anime that came out recently, got translated recently, the first season on Netflix. That's called Little Witch Academia. It's not Academy, it's Academia.
Okay.
And I saw, and when I found out that it was being translated onto Netflix, because I saw the first two OVAs, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this, because when I first saw all the info coming out about it on Tumblr and stuff, I was like, what's this? And I did a little research and found out that this is just this really cute anime about junior high school age girls in an academy for witchcraft. And I was like, well, you know what? Normal, like me, maybe 7 years ago would probably say, nah, that looks girly and silly. I'm probably not going to do that. But you're talking to a 33-year-old brony, so I said, well, I watched My Little Pony. How can this be any worse? And little bit of a history about this. This started out as a manga, but was given a single 20-minute OVA mini movie as kind of by Studio Trigger, as basically a little thing they did for their young animators competition. However, it got so popular that a Kickstarter went up to try and make a second OVA, and all they needed was $150,000. And in 5 hours, they got $625,000.
Wow.
So not only did they make a second OVA, but they made a first season and a second season. The second season has been translated yet, but this has become one of the most popular animes with a lot of the folks on Tumblr. And one of the reasons I'm bringing this up is not just because I think it's good and you guys should watch it, but also that the animator, the director, is a huge Western fan of Western animation. And let me bring up some pics I'll show you. We have cameos. Also, for those of you who remember this artwork from a few years back, that is the guy who did this, who's done this anime. He is a brony.
Ooh.
That is a very Bishi shining armor.
It
And
is.
very
That is
fun.
glorious.
But yeah, no, that is the same guy who's doing Little Witch Academia. So I was like, holy shit. When I found that, I was like, I have to watch this.
I love Zion, the Discord chat. You have my attention.
Because someone posted pinkies.
And then you get little cameos like this.
It's Little Twilight.
And it's not just ponies that he's a fan of. tell me if you can guess who these folk are.
My God, is that Connie from Steven Universe and the Dipper Twins?
It is.
Now, it's kind of hard to tell if that actually was Connie, but he said, yeah, that's Connie. The reason that she doesn't look like Connie is because the guy who colors in everything doesn't know what her actual skin tone is.
Well, in the end, that pretty much saved your ass from copyright.
And you guess who these two are?
Huh, I know this one. It's in the back of my head.
Can I hit you in the back of the head to get it out?
Yes,
Maybe.
do it.
Well, if Trey can't guess, these two are the co-creators of Steven Universe.
Rebecca Sugar, yeah.
I knew it. I knew it had to be something Steven Universe.
The reason you can't tell is because the shorter guy, he's not black.
Oh, damn it! Why didn't?
Yeah, like I said, like the guy who colors in all this stuff didn't know
Don't
about
ask people.
He didn't know what their races actually were. And
you can't whitewash what you don't know.
Yeah, and just to clarify here, guys, this anime is set in England. It's set in southern England, so they all just thought that everyone was going to be. This is from a Japanese person's perspective.
All right, they need to take these Japanese people and show them actual London, where there's plenty of Indian and
Pakistani
and black people and all sorts of people of color.
They just need to see the news.
Okay, so a quick synopsis for the anime is that Little Witch Academia takes place primarily in an academy called Luna Nova. And it is a prestigious school for young girls trained to become witches. And you can tell where the Harry Potter references are coming from. So much Harry Potter in this anime. But the main character is Atsuko Kaguri, but everyone just calls her Akko. She is an optimistic to a fault girl she's a witch. She does have magical capabilities, but it's kind of weak because she doesn't come from a family of witches. She's like there's like a latent gene in her genetic code that allows her to use magic, but none of the rest of her family are.
Muggle-born.
She's a Muggle-born. She's basically Hermione, except she doesn't have Hermione's skill at all. She's also like optimistic and impulsive to the point where it almost gets annoying. But she does actually like try her absolute damnedest at everything, and she is a very inspiring character. She's also really freaking just cute in everything she does.
Let me say, if they make DVD copies of this show to sell here in America, I hope now the people who color this shit, because they actually do redraw certain stuff when they go from either the live showing or the online streaming thing to a DVD format. They better fucking recolor those people.
So, just for reference, that is Akko right there. That's her character sheet. Her hair is. I don't know how she does her hair. Like
she's got moon dancer hair.
One half of her hair has bangs and a little thing that goes down in front of her ear. The other half is pulled back. I'm like, Akko, how do you hair?
Like I said, moon dancer hair.
So that's her. Next in the cast of characters, we have her two friends and roommates, who the way she meets them is absolutely hilarious. Lotte Jansen, who's from Finland, and she's kind of like a very bookish, nerdy girl who's a diehard fan of this book series called Nightfall, which is basically this anime's equivalent of Twilight. Like the cover of the book. The cover of the book is just so much. Oh my god, yeah. Like there's a book release. There's an episode where there's a book release for the newest Nightfall book, and she's like, I have to go to this thing. I've got a costume. I'm going to go. Fuck my studies. Fuck the school. I'm going to this damn book release. I'm like, oh wow.
Take out the Twilight bit, and yeah, that's Fanny.
Yeah, it's Fanny, but if she was a cute little nerdy witch girl. Next is possibly my favorite character in the series. Well, actually, let me get a picture of Lodi real quick.
Describe
find one.
In the meantime, we will fill the dead air with a random assortment of noises. Oh, never mind.
So, and then next is probably my favorite character of the series, Susie Manbanvara. She
even looks like me, except she's skinny.
No, that's the other character.
No, that's Lodi.
Oh, it is Lodi? Oh, that's Fanny.
But basically, like, Susie Manbanvaran is from Southeast Asia, and I love this girl so much. Like, she's not like my waifu of this series at all, which is weird because these are junior high school students, so I'm going to retract that.
Hasn't stopped you before.
Got it. But basically, she is a cynical, mischievous potions expert who loves to experiment on her friends. Like, half the time she's pouring a potion down Akko's mouth to see what the effect is. She collects mushrooms, and I think the girl has a bit of a fetish for being eaten.
Vor.
Oh my god.
And the reason I say that is because there's an episode where they have to perform this ritual with summoning a ghost, and like the ones who are chosen to be sacrifices get eaten by the ghost, and they're completely fine. They just get excreted through the ghost. And Susie's just like has this creepy smile on her face at the thought of it. I'm like, oh, come on, girl. That's weird. But Susie is so funny because she's like, wait, what'd you just laugh at?
I love
random
Gray Maiden. Yeah, which is even better because his eye's not even here.
Yes.
And he is like, if you combined human Fluttershy and made her goth and made her like cynical and mischievous to the point of being sadistic.
Wow, she's a combination of Fluttershy and stalking.
Yeah, it was. I absolutely love this girl. She is so much fun whenever she's around. And you can really tell, and some of these extra characters I'll get into in a second. You can really tell that this guy has a big like crush on not crush. It really does like MLP, because there are a couple other students here. We have probably my second favorite character in the series, Amanda O'Neill. She's a girl from the United States, and
of course,
but she is. You just watch her and listen to her talk, and you're like, "Holy shit, that's Rainbow Dash."
The girl with the pink hair, that's the Vor chick, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She looks like Fluttershy.
Yeah, he said that. Just really goth Fluttershy.
Goth Fluttershy who loves to like work with mushrooms and experiment with potions and.
So if you gave her Zikora's love for potion mastery,
but she's also kind of sadistic.
Yeah.
Just a little.
It's always the quiet ones. Oh my
god.
god.
This is Amanda O'Neill.
Rainbow.
Yeah,
yep,
this
Rainbows.
Rainbow Dash. But here's the thing. God damn it, you stupid train.
Wow.
that's how I feel about my cats right now. It's like they're being cute.
Give me a second.
I need them.
They sound like a train.
No,
arriving.
They're interrupting. No, they're interrupting because they're being cute, and I can't do things.
All right. It's finally passed. Freaking asshole. So basically, Amanda O'Neill has come to the academy solely so she can become a broom riding master. She's actually like advanced herself. She is the best broom riding student in the entire school, to the point where it gets her in trouble with the instructor, because she's not supposed to be doing all these crazy like things. But she also is willing to steal dangerous magical artifacts if it'll help her in a race. And
yeah,
she
that's
doesn't
Rainbow.
really, and she's kind of just coasting through school. She's like, see, Akko is also a C average student, but she's like really trying her freaking hardest at everything. Amanda doesn't give a shit. She's like, as long as I pass the class and get my diploma, I don't care about my grades. All I care about is learning how to be the best fucking broom rider in the world. I'm like, hi, Rainbow. It's nice to see you. When did you jump dimensions?
Look at her eyes. Those piercing blue eyes.
Because she's supposed to be murky.
They're like fluorescent. Like glow in the dark.
There's several other characters to talk about, but I think the last one I will bring up, because she is kind of a big deal to the story, is Diana Cavendish. She's from England, and she is she's based technically the Malfoy of the series, but she doesn't act like him.
Uh-huh.
She is perfect. She is the perfect girl. She is the BIC in this school. The teachers love her. She's an expert at everything. She knows how to do all this stuff. But the thing that I do like about her is that she doesn't talk down to Akko or the others. Well, she does on occasion when they're being stupid, but she doesn't like actively go out of her way to act like Diamond Tiara toward them. She doesn't.
Ojo-sama!
I swear, though, I'm having deja vu. Shirley, did you say that this series was like funded by a donation or something?
Yeah, this was all Kickstarter.
I think I saw this before the Kickstarter was, 100%. Like before this became a legit series.
You might have seen the original OVA.
Yeah, I think I did. That's actually very cool.
So,
but basically, like
an English Ojo.
Yeah, but essentially, like Diana, again, she's the perfect girl. She's prim, proper, does her magic expertly. Studies diligently, and is like the favorite girl on school. But she's not really a bitch. That is left with her two satellite friends. She has two satellite friends that follow her around and do all the trash talking and bitching.
So, if Hermione had been a full blood and put in Slytherin.
Yeah, pretty much. But
and if she got
from what I understand, in season 2, we're going to delve a lot more into her character. However, but basically, the overarching plot of the first season is mostly about Akko and her struggles of how to become a good witch. And she also has like this fangirl obsession with this one witch that she saw when she was a child called Shining Chariot, and who was putting on magic shows. So think like Trixie, but not nearly as arrogant or bitchy. And Trixie's not here for that, damn.
She's busy making tea. Well, fireworks.
But and while Akko was like so inspired by this woman, so much so she wants to become a witch and just like her, the rest of the magical community does not like her very much. They all think that Chariot was kind of like too showy. They didn't like her style of magic, and she just basically kind of disappeared about 10 years ago. However, the setting of the school is interesting to me because I found that in this school, all these witches, they're hundreds of years old, and also the staff in this school are weird. They have like a very stereotypical old witch with like the long nose who cackles over a boiling pot, is hunched over. That's the potions master. Their head mistress is this really short dwarf-looking woman who's a half-blood, amazingly. They've got another one who's like, they've got one professor that if you combined McGonagall and Snape, that's who you'd get. And one of their professors is a goddamn fish that only speaks in blub.
What?
Yeah, it's so... I'm like, what the... And that teacher, her class is the philosophy of magic.
I hate philosophy.
It's great. I love it. But essentially, what I do like about some of the subtext about this is that there's a lot of the whole, like, the world is moving into a modern age, and people are starting to think there's no need for magic anymore. But whilst the Academy is realizing that magic is kind of dwindling, and it's hard to find. And it's hard to like find new witches to come to the Academy. So it's kind of like a weird thing where the witches are staying too old and traditional, and the modern world is moving ahead. But the modern world isn't appreciating what the witch community can do for them. Like, they have a spell that can essentially, if you say you break glass or a clock or something, they have a spell that'll instantly fix it and make it brand new. I'm like, how is that not needed in society anymore?
Because you could just go and buy the new thing.
Yeah, but like, still, I'm just like, whatever. But
it saves money.
And because magic will basically be like witchcraft.
Well, actually, they did bring up that this takes place technically in our world, just an alternate dimension of it, because they did bring up the witch hunts.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well, I
think there was one part that I believe Fanny will really appreciate in this. There is one more professor. Her name is Professor Ursula, and she's brand new. She's like just got her degree, and she's now a teacher. And she just goes along with it because she's the new girl. She's the new teacher on campus. She can't really, go against the old professors. But she finally has enough of it at one point in time because they're about to kick Akko out. And they're like, and she's like, I've had enough of this. She hasn't done anything wrong. You guys are the ones not teaching her properly. You guys are comparing her to everyone else. Our job as teachers is not to compare them to others, but to compare them to themselves. To make sure they're better than when they make sure they're better when they leave than when they came in here. That's our job. And I was just like, I just had to pause and applaud this woman. Like, yes.
That is how teaching is supposed to be. Whether it's not just magic in a fictional world, but like any kind of teaching in anything. Teaching as a whole. You're not comparing, which on a small tangent, which is why the No Child Left Behind thing and the testing trend that's starting finally to die out. That's why it's bullshit. Because you can't measure a child's ability to learn and how they understand the material with a standardized test and compare them to like another child who did a certain score somewhere else. That's wrong. That doesn't tell you that the child is intelligent. That just tells you that the method used to teach them the material did not work.
Yep, pretty much. And that's essentially what Professor Ursula just screams at these old professors in their face. She's like, yes, Akko screws up. Yes, she's not the best student we've ever had, but she tries. It's not like she's just lazily trying to breeze through this like some other students we have.
Yeah, I mean, the goal of teaching is to, when you pinpoint that the child is not learning, you go, okay, how can we help you to learn? And then you move on to a new strategy so that child can learn.
That brings up another point that actually makes me really irritated with these women who run this school. Because, see, like I said, Akko is a Muggle-born. She doesn't know anything about magic other than, the fact that she can use it and the magic shows and basically what the normal public know about witches. Oh, also, like, witches aren't being hidden. Like, there's no secret wizard world like there is in Harry Potter. But the thing is, the faculty at this school know she's not from a witch family. No, she has no experience.
But treat her like she is.
But they treat her like she's supposed to know all this stuff. I'm like, what the fuck, you bitches?
That's like if they had, not every, in comparison, Hermione went out of her damn way to study all this shit. Harry, in the Harry Potter series, he was never exposed to magic. Even though he's half-blood, he was raised essentially in a Muggle family. He didn't know about shit like that until he got his letter. And he didn't have time or the wherewithal to go and study it up as soon as he found out about it. We can't all be you can't all be Hermiones who are like, oh, I'm a witch. Well, I'm going to study the last 500 years or 1,000 years to understand what I am. Akko obviously didn't, and I don't doubt that she was. And was she able to do that?
No, she wasn't able to get a hold of any textbooks or anything. She went in blind.
Well, then she went in essentially like Harry, just like, boom, here you go, witch stuff, get to work.
And that's the thing that just irritates me, because like the first episode, the only way you can get to the school is by going through this type of ley line system that's basically a portal traversing for witches. And the only way you can get through it is if you have a broom and you're riding, and she doesn't. And no one thinks to come and pick her up. Like, she gets accepted. She doesn't just show up to the school and they let her attend. No, she gets accepted, gets the letter, gets the map that tells you how to get there, but no one's there to pick her up. And if she doesn't show up for the opening ceremonies, she's kicked out of the school. So I'm like, this is the most bass-ackwards group of teachers I have ever seen. But that's why I love Professor Ursula so much, because she's like, you know what? Fuck these witches. I'm going to actually do my job. Help this poor girl.
I might check this out. Because that does sound like, this anime sounds like it's right up my alley.
It really is. And
I love pop culture stuff, but I would like to see lessons like that tackled in a good anime.
And I will say this much, also, and I will say this, for those of you who are looking at these pictures and be like, oh, great, short skirts and school uniforms, there are no panty shots.
Hentai.
There is no flipping up the skirts. As a matter of fact, even in situations where their skirts would flip up, you still don't see anything. The animators make it a point to actually not show anything on these girls. I'm like, thank you.
Again, no fan service.
Well, the pervious thing that we get in the show is Susie. But again, she is honestly the best character. She's not. I don't find her like cute and adorable. I just find her to be so much fun to watch. Although, I do kind of have a theory that she does have a crush on Akko, because there's an episode where they make that very blatantly clear.
So this is an all-girls school.
Yeah, all-girls school. It doesn't actually say whether or not men can use magic. It's not actually stated at all, so I don't know if they're male witches, wizards, warlocks, sorcerers. I don't know.
Warlocks.
So I don't know if there are, but in all honesty, you don't really care too much. The only male characters in this are, kind of inconsequential in the first season. One's a teased love interest, and the others are like his friends and his dad.
Well, anyway.
But yeah, I definitely give this a recommendation to watch. It's cute, it's fun, it makes you just smile when you're watching it and laugh your ass off when they do certain things.
Well, it's 9:50.
Yeah.
It's 10 till, so...
Is there 8-bit tonight?
Squirrel.
There is.
Yes. Sorry, I almost...
And also, for those of you who are wondering, only the first two OVAs and the first season have been translated to English. Season 2 is on its way.
Hooray.
So, if 8-bit is going on, shouldn't we end pretty soon here?
Should end actually probably right now.
Yeah, everyone say your goodbyes.
Sorry. Why doesn't he just join us?
Alright, see you guys tomorrow.
Alright, everybody, say your goodbyes.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Okay.
Mr. Nerdy, your final say.
Yeah, Mr. Nerdy.
Thank you. I'm going to leave you from a quote from 2000. This is already saying, what's Courtney going to say? What's Hollywood going to say? What are we going to do with David Arquette as our world champion? No one will get that reference. Good night.